Okay, so let's dive into one of nature's most powerful metaphors for change. And it all kicks off with this simple, kind of brutal biological fact about snakes.
You see, as a snake gets bigger, something is bound to happen. That old skin, the very armor that used to protect them, well, it starts to become a prison. It gets way too tight, constricting the very creature they're meant to become. And if they try to keep it, if they desperately cling to that old familiar layer,
They die. I mean it. For a snake, this isn't some deep metaphor. It's just a straight-up biological reality. Growth demands shedding. Survival itself literally depends on it.
and that brings us to the real question, doesn't it? Because this was never really about snakes, it's about you. So are you still living in your old skin?
This really gets to the heart of the snake's dilemma. It's this fundamental battle between the safety of the past and the absolute necessity of the future. And the key word here is forced. This isn't some casual choice for the snake. It's an absolute biological must. To stay the same is to die. Simple as that.
And this just perfectly illustrates the whole paradox of growth, The very thing that kept you safe yesterday can become the prison that holds you back today. What was once your shield turns into a cage. So let's bring this home, because this is where the metaphor gets incredibly personal. We all have these skins that over time have turned into cages.
Just look at this comparison. On the left, yeah, you've got the snake's physical skin. But on the right, that's your skin. It's made of all the old beliefs you carry, the past identities you cling to, and the outdated habits that might have served you once but are definitely holding you back now.
Here's the thing, though. Unlike the snake, we get a choice. And honestly, that's the whole problem. We get attached. That old skin feels familiar, it's comfortable. We start to think it's just who we are. So letting it go feels like a part of us is dying.
So let's talk about the pain of growth. Because we have to be honest, it can be painful. But it's a necessary kind of pain. A beautiful one, even. For the snake, or for you, this is never a simple, clean break. It is never easy to let go of a part of yourself, even a part that you know isn't serving you anymore. This whole process, it kind of happens in 3 stages. First, there's friction, that feeling when you're just rubbing up against the constraints of your current life. Then comes the pressure, from inside you and from the outside world, just demanding a change. And finally, there's the struggle, the conscious, difficult work of actually pulling yourself free from the past.
And we have to acknowledge the consequences. This kind of change can be painful, for sure. It can make you feel really lonely because you're stepping into a new space that maybe other people just don't get. The people who knew the old you might not even recognize the person you're becoming.
So here's the choice. You can avoid all of that. You can sidestep the pain, the loneliness, the struggle. But the price you pay for that comfort is stagnation. You just remain trapped in the same place, the same size, forever. You're choosing to live in the cage.
So now, let's turn this lens directly on you. Let's talk about the skin that you, personally, are inhabiting right now.
And this might be the most important question of all. Just take a second and really think about it. What part of your life, a job, a relationship, a mindset, what feels too tight right now? Is it that old story you tell yourself that this is just who I am? Or is it the fear of starting all over again, that scary feeling of being a beginner? Or maybe, just maybe, it's the environment you're planted in, the job, the city, the friends, that's just become too small for you to grow anymore.
You see, this is the real definition of growth. It's not about adding something new. It's about having the courage to subtract, to let go, to release the version of you that has reached its limit.
And this, right here, is where it gets exciting. Because once you shed that old skin, you finally create the space to start designing your future self. I want you to really let this sink in. Your past identity, it did its job. It got you here. But it was designed for a different set of challenges. To build a truly great future, you need a new blueprint for who you are becoming. And this is the beautiful paradox at the heart of it all. This process of letting go isn't about losing yourself. It's actually the only way to find the version of you that's been waiting to emerge. It's a journey of subtraction that leads you to your most authentic self. So I'll leave you with this. The snake, it has no choice. But you do. Look at your life, at the things that are confining you. Which old skin will you have the courage to shed?